When 17-year-old me first decided he wanted to draw, money was something that didn't even cross his mind, something he didn't think about at all. But as I got older and I realized that bills were a real thing, I had to figure out how I could keep my passion alive without burning out, selling out, or living check to check. And let's just say that those questions changed everything for me. My name is Elijah Williams. I'm 22 years old, and I am a creator of a brand called Ink for Saints. It's a brand that I made because I wanted to change the world, like a lot of artists wanted to. But trying to change the world while balancing a full-time job, learning how to draw, learning business, and learning life all at the same time was impossible. And after 6 years of hard work, trial and error, and a lot of mistakes, I think I started to understand how all these things work. So let me show you where I'm at. In the last 6 months, I've created an original comic that generated over $100,000 in revenue, grew a following of over 60,000 plus people, and taught hundreds of creatives how to do the same exact thing, all without a team, an agency, and a publisher. And in this video, I'm gonna break down exactly how I did that and how you can start building the same kind of structure in your business in just 5 simple steps. There's one major understanding that stops a lot of art businesses from actually becoming successful, and that's understanding that businesses aren't actually built on you, but they're built on other people. What do I mean? Business is based off of one essential question that a lot of businesses cannot answer. And that question is, what problem are you solving for somebody else? Most artists start businesses based off what they want to make, but the best businesses are the businesses that are based on what other people need. And that's why coaching is everywhere, that's why education is exploding, and why it's always going to be crucial, because you're solving someone else's issue. People don't pay for aesthetics, they pay for solutions. Aesthetics are just a layer on top. And this clicked for me with my first product. I loved anime, and I loved the Lord, and I always thought to myself, I feel like there's a lot of animes that people shouldn't be watching. So what did I do? I combined the two and created a Christian anime. And I created it because I felt like God told me to, not because I was going to get paid for it. But once I released it, I learned a very valuable lesson. They weren't paying me because of what I did. They were paying me because I solved the problem that they had. And that's the key. If your art solves a problem that somebody already has, you're not going to have to convince them to buy it. Now, here's the thing, and this is where a lot of companies mess up, right? They get their one product and they think they have a fully sustainable business, but that's not really how it works. Your one product is just the starting point. You get the one product, then you're supposed to stack a ton of products on top of that. Think of your business like a table. If your table has one leg, they're probably not going to hold very much. If your table has 2 legs, maybe a little bit more, but still very unstable. If you have 3 legs, a bit better, but it's still very shaky. If you have 4+ legs, your business is not going anywhere. And that's what we're trying to get you to build in 2026. This table seems to be doing pretty good for itself, but I wouldn't base my business off this table. And just to be clear, there are a ton of ways to make money from your artwork, and I'm gonna name just a few of them. There's commissions, books, merchandise, client work, courses, coaching, and content. But here's the thing, art isn't the problem, structure is. So here's a structure that I use in my art business to this day, and the same structure I would use if I was starting all over. And I call it the 5 legs. The first leg would be original IP, and this is the foundation for everything that you do afterwards. If you don't own anything in your business, you have no leverage in your business. And if you don't know what IP is, it's basically a world, characters, values, basically something that you created from scratch, a universe for people to live in. Like Marvel, DC, they created universes that didn't otherwise exist before they created it, making other people want to be a part of that universe, making you spend your money, your time, your effort in order to be a part of what they've made. Because here's the thing, people don't buy products, they buy worlds that they want to belong to. And no, copying trends can't build this, originality does. The currency of today is 100% originality. With AI taking your job and trying to take everything that you do, you have to be original in a world where everything is built off replication. And that's what IP essentially does. It gives you control. Think of not having an IP like building up on someone's land. At any point in time, they can tell you to get off, they can tax you on it, they can do whatever they want because it's their land and not yours. So the best thing that you can do is go get your own land. And now I'm sure you're wondering, how can you make money off an IP? Which leads me to leg number 2, your evergreen products. Now, what's an evergreen product? These are things like books, comics, stickers, prints, bundles, something that you made one time that you'll never have to make again. My evergreen product is my Christian comic book called The Book of Jericho that I told you about earlier, and it's something that I made once, I'll never have to make again. Now I want to make volume 2, 3, and 4, but now it's a passion project. I no longer have to worry about whether or not it will sell. Evergreen is basically something that sells today, sells tomorrow, and sells while you're asleep. And it's also something that can forever fund everything else. It's essentially an asset. Like a house, you yourself are an asset. This product is something that will build while you're not touching it. And that's the difference between income and effort. The world tries to teach you that you need to work more and work harder in order to make more money, which is true, but not in the way that they say it. It's important to work hard and to do these things, but you're supposed to build things that last. You're supposed to create things. And that's what God called us to do, is to create. Which leads me to legs 3 and 4, which is courses, and coaching. This is where a lot of artists underestimate themselves, saying, I'm not ready to coach, I'm not ready to do courses, I'm not ready to do these things. But here's what you got to understand about courses and coaching. Think of it like this. If I had a $10 bill and said, give me $1 and I'll give you this $10 bill, you do it instantly. But here's the thing about it. Your dollar runs out, my $10 never does. And that's knowledge. If you could help someone make $10,000, why wouldn't they pay you $1,000 to do it? That's not manipulation, it's value. And when you're doing these courses and coaching, you're going to want to make sure that you have enough value in your field. Don't just spew out garbage, but do things that you've actually experienced. And this is exactly why I built my 12-month program called the Creator Architect. It's going to be a 12-month live class where every single week we're going to go on live with each other. I'm going to teach you guys not only how to draw, but how to actually turn your art into an actual business. We're going to cover things like drawing, story, original IPs, product creation, audience growth, monetization, and content. We're going to teach you guys what to post, and how to find trends and how to find originality inside of those trends. I'm going to take you guys from zero sales to something that can actually support you for the rest of your life and make sure that you never have to work again. I'm going to give you guys the exact same systems and blueprint I use to do that exact same thing. And the best thing about it is you're going to have a ton of other people who are starting off exactly where you are and are a bit further for you to lean on or to even help below you. This leads me to my last leg, which is content. Content connects literally everything. Without content, it's like having a car with no motor. You can't go anywhere unless you have content. And content is one of the most annoying things to do. But if you can learn a process to learn to love it, it'll be something that will literally yield all the reward for it. A lot of people on YouTube, they make a living not just because of YouTube, but off the products and the things that they can link through their YouTube, through their Instagram, through their, like I said, your evergreen products. I like to think of content kind of like water. When you post one video, you get that ripple effect and a little bit of ripple effect. And the more you post, the more consistent you post, the more ripples it is, the bigger the wave till it becomes massive. What a lot of people do is they create content, but they post it ever so often. If you post one video now and another video 5 months from now, the ripple's gone and you're having to start over each time. But here's a key thing about building an audience. A lot of us like to think, oh, it's just about the amount of followers, but you'll see there's a lot of people who have a lot of followers, not much engagement. The biggest thing about building an audience is ownership. I mentioned it before about original IP, and the same thing ties into even now. Who knows what will happen to these apps in the future? YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. TikTok almost got shut down 3 times. There's a lot of apps like these that could eventually fail. You want to make sure that your business is still sustainable without having to rely on these other apps. And the way that you do that is by building an email audience list. All this is you're going to be capturing emails throughout your process of doing content and media. You're going to get people to sign up for certain things, whether it is courses, whether it is products, whatever it is, you're going to create wait lists. Get people's emails. That way, no matter what happens, you'll be able to contact these people at any time. And the best thing that you can do is get people into continuity, a monthly membership, a monthly plan, subscriptions. This is how so many companies will never fail, because every month they have a guaranteed amount of money coming in. That's something you want to implement into your business. Content is the boat for that. It is the motor. It's the thing that's going to get everyone to the places that you want to get them to go. So here's the real takeaway. If you're struggling to make money as an artist, it's probably not because you're not talented enough, and it's also not because the market is oversaturated. It's because your business has one leg, or maybe none at all. And you can have all the talent in the world with no structure. You're not going to create any revenue, or you're not going to create any assets. And you may have all the structure in the world, but without taking the time to get better at the skills and the crafts that you're building, whether it is drawing or even content, social media, the consistency of everything, you're not going to get to where you want to get. But when you combine the two, that's when you're going to start to see change. When you implement talent and structure, I don't even call it talent, hard work and structure, you're going to create a business that flows without you. And that's the biggest thing when you're building any business, but specifically an art business. And that's what we're talking about. Building a business that not only grows with you, but pays you for it and doesn't fall apart as soon as one thing goes wrong. Think about situations like Corona or anything that happens like that. If the whole world shuts down, you still want to be able to make money and revenue off of your income streams. And I understand how difficult it is to do all these things, to track how to do this and how to do that and how to do everything. And this is genuinely why I created the Creator Architect. The goal isn't just money, it's alignment. Doing something meaningful without asking for permission, approval, or needing a backup job to do it, because that's what the world teaches you. I believe that we as human beings are called to be producers, not consumers. But a lot of people in the world are consumers. The first thing that it says in the Bible that God did was he created the heavens and the earth. And then it said that we were made in his likeness and in his image. So I believe that our core of our being, we are meant to create. We are meant to create something that did not yet exist. And that is our job to bring about. And that's what I want to help you do. So subscribe here. I'm going to continue to post these things for free. And if you want to learn how to build your table leg by leg, you know where to find me. I hope you guys are all well on your journey on creating a successful art business. It is fully possible. You can do it. It does take hard work and dedication, and most importantly, consistency, but it is 100% achievable.